So I am Eric Rachmel. I am the CEO of OLarry. We started the business about 3 years ago now, focused heavily on the ultra wealthy, ultra high net worth, complex business taxation space. It's a space that's gotten incredibly hot for the investors in this room over the last 2 years, particularly AI as it applies to candidly any services, but particularly accounting and legal. But what we kind of had, our unique insight a number of years ago was, I mean, we could do a show of hands, but I'm sure most of you don't love your accountant. And most of you probably think you overpay for your accountant, particularly if you're affluent and you're spending $50,000, $100,000 on your accounting agencies. So what we came in here and said, okay, can we provide a better experience for a lower cost with the tools of AI, with the tools of workflow, with a better staff, and cut out some of that bloat. So about 2.5 years later, we've done a pretty darn good job. We're sitting here now with about 4,000 customers. Slide says we have built our own proprietary AI models as it applies to our area of expertise in taxation. So built about 30 models that go through all the complexities that you would need across high net worth, and have about that number's stale from a month ago. I think we have about 50 people now on the team. I'll skip that. So yeah, what we do differently, or what our go-to-market is. Where's the time? Okay. So thus far, we've actually we are based in the Bay Area. We have acquired a number of firms. We've grown incredibly fast organically. Last quarter, we built, I think, about over $1 million of just revenue with one AE, for example, in the Bay Area. But we were able to achieve a little north of $10 million in revenue in less than 3 years doing so. The hard part now is kind of building that brand. Most of you probably in this room do not know us, don't use us. And so it's really understanding how do we get premier talent, which we've done a really darn good job of doing, from the ecosystem, and kind of convincing them that we are the next wave of how to build an accounting firm. As well as finding the right ICP, the right customer profile for us to scale. Kind of started with that actually mid-affluent and went really, decently up market, realizing we are providing a better level of service than others in the marketplace. So that bucket number 2 is where we're looking at going over the next 2-3 years. And then, of course, really trying to take on some of those larger players you might know. So how do we do it differently? The current ecosystem of players out there just don't really provide that level of service, but they also don't really have the technology chops. So we came in here and said, like, if we have a blank slate, what are we going to do? And so we've innovated on 2 different sides. One side being the consumer, one side being the tax pro. Both of them kind of intertwined. And so over a number of years using AI, and just honestly every single month it gets better and better and it gets more useful for us. And so we've been able to build a better platform for our customers, for our user base, bring down those costs that you see kind of in that premium firm. And then kind of the future bets we're making here. One is because there's a lot of discussion around, even Perplexity and others have built these tools now where you can file yourself. Or I shouldn't say file, but at least throw your stuff in Claude, see what comes out. And so we think that owning the customer matters here. And so technology is going to be a complete game changer in our space, but with our breadth of technology, with our understanding of the actual nuance of the tax code, we find that we think we're very well equipped to actually kind of be battle tested and build a big business here. We also changed the model in which no one likes to have to go look at how much the hours spent or the minutes spent on a call, or hey, I got this one-off question, and then know you're going to get a $500 bill afterwards. So we were like, and I hated that personally. I sold a business before this and was like, damn, who can I go to? And so kind of purpose built in that unlimited advisory, and that's really struck a chord for our audience. And then just like you've seen in the wealth space, there's something about that premium advisory and wealth that's done a really good job. I mean, Wealthfront and Betterment and these other platforms that were robo-advisors came out 10 years ago. They definitely carved a marketplace, but at the same time, Goldman and Morgan, all the big kind of wirehouses created a lot more wealth on that side. And so we really feel like for us, pointing the go-to-market towards that premium affluent space and provide a differentiated product will create that premium that the marketplace is missing today. That's it.